Good morning, everyone. As I said, this is going to be a morning brief. I had the stream running all morning, so I'm going to come in and just do a quick brief. But before I do the brief, we have to do a disclaimer. Let's get our house in order a little bit. Here we go. Our disclaimer says trading an off-exchange foreign currency transaction involves substantial risk of loss and may be not suitable for all investors. You should carefully consider whether trading in Forex is suitable for you in light of your circumstance, knowledge, and financial resource. You may lose all or more than your initial investment. Opinion, market data, or trade discussion are subject to change at any time. Okay, you guys, our foreign exchange week has started. I only took one trade this morning. That was on the Euro Aussie trade. But anyway, let's go through a quick morning brief. Let's see what's going on. Let's probably look more into tomorrow because today is pretty set for red folders. So there's no need in going over what has already happened today because it means nothing to any of us right now. Nope, nothing in the Asian session tonight. Yeah, but tomorrow, no, nothing tomorrow either. Nothing really, nothing red. So let's skip the news. Why bother? Let's go to something else. I'm sorry, I was running through the news. I don't know if you guys were getting that, but I went through the calendar. Don't seem to be anything going on. It already happened today. So we're just flipping through the calendar. Nothing to talk about there. And the market has been in a range. It's kind of nothing really trending. So I'd look, let's see what's moving for the day. Yeah, the best pivot for the day has been in 49 US yen, dollar yen. And that's weird because that's not a fast moving pair. And the Euro NZD at 47 and pound NZD at 48. So pretty minimal this evening. And when we go to the charts, I will show you guys why, which we're gonna waste no time right now. Let's just go to the charts because there's nothing really going on there. So let's head on over to the charts. We're gonna start it out on pound US. Here we go. 15 minutes. Let's talk about our weekly over here. Our pivot is set at 125.71. We're above pivot, so we are currently on the buy side of pivot. But as you could see, we made a high right at about near look at the exact high. The exact high on that was 127.29. 127.29 on there. And our low is set for the day. We'll mark for our low. That's our low. And our low is set at 126.27. So we're right between our high and our low, but we are on the buy side of our pivot, which is set at 125.73. Our next target from there which is our S1, R1, I'm sorry, R1 target is 128, 22, 128.22 for our next target. That's our R1 for the week, and our midpoint is set at 129.02 area, and our reversal grade on our S2 at R2, I mean, is set at 129.80 for the week. Other than that, is our pivot, which we spoke about, and pivot is currently not in play at this particular time, so we're not going to go over that today. So okay, let's go over to our daily side. So far today, as I mentioned, we've been ranging. We broke out of the range briefly. Broke out of the range in this area here, and now we're broke back into the range. So we had a nice short move on pound dollar here to start our week. So that's what is going on with pound dollar. Let's move on to our next pair, which is Euro Aussie. On the weekly side of Euro Aussie, we are on the sell side of the market on Euro Aussie. Started the day with a high point of 1.6221, which we'll mark here. That range of the high, this is the range of the low, which wicked. Low is right at about 1.6144 low, and we're right in between the low and the high here, and we're on the downside of pivot, so we do have a sell bias. So you have to be careful there. We're looking for a rebound near the high to challenge the low. So right now we've established the low on the weekly side. Let's go to our daily side, which is Monday, which is one and the same. Okay, here we go. Not really doing anything. We hit our second standard deviation and had a bounce on our, this is our low side. Right in here. Here we go. And we have our high for the day right here. But we're right on our pivot, we're challenging our buy side. We're on the sell side bias since Friday. This is the buy side, which we haven't hit, but we are testing. That's where we are on Euro Aussie. Here. Okay, we got a movement here. We are on the buy side bias. Go to our weekly. Push this out a little bit so we could see. We're on the buy side bias, which our midpoint marks our high between our midpoint, our target, resistance target, and pivot. here. Our pivot is set at 122.54. Compression, so it leads back to the mean. So this created our expansion. Compression lead back to our pivot. So we'll see how this one develops. It should be nice. We'll see what happens if it get down the pivot or where we get our bounce at this particular point. We'll switch over to our daily side. Here we go. Been making lower lows, pull back, lower low, pull back, lower low. So we are on a buy side bias here. Go. So you probably just missed the entry on here. Your entry was off the middle of our wave here, our re-entry. That's why you see that drop. We're starting to get short-term expansion. You probably could get both here. This out so we could see it. These were your re-entry points here. Re-entry candle here. Another re-entry candle. This is the re-entry candle, really. Interesting. So that's what's going on with Euro Yen. Not a pair I trade, but it is interesting right now. Go to Euro NZD. Go to our weekly side, see what's going on. So far this week, it kind of ranged this morning. We had about I say about an 11-hour range before it broke slightly, and now we're back. So we are on the sell side of pivot, and we are past our midpoint, so we're in a more heavy sell here. If we close above here, look to go to long, but look like this trend is going to continue. That has been going for about going back. This downtrend has been going since May 18th. Look at that. Slight pullback on May 27th, and dropped again on June 1st, and this is all a part of that same drop. So here's our new pivots. Our new pivots for the week. Pivot here, we're under our midpoint. Our next target will be at S1, and that's 1.7142. This area here. Okay, that's our weekly side. Let's go over to our daily side. We have compression, compression, compression. So it's looking to, we're gonna have a nice move. Just gotta be patient. It hasn't broke yet. We're gonna have a nice move. Just be patient on this pair, and we will have a move. To the next pair, euro dollar, which has been shocking with its news on Friday that turned out to be a little sketchy. Wonder what happened there. But anyway, we're on the upside of pivot, had a little bit of made our a low. Haven't quite got back to pivot, but we did make a low right in this area here. Okay, and we're right between our R1 and our pivot and our midpoint. our targets. We're on the buy side of pivot on dollar, so they look like expecting some more dollar weakness on the weekly side. If it stays above pivots, we are going to our first target, which is M3 at our midpoint 3 at 113.37, and our R1 target is at 114.16. And we'll talk about the reversal areas later in the week if it gets up there. That's our weekly side. To our daily side. There we go, compressing here. Pull back to the 50. Pull back to the 50, reload. Now we broke the 50. We are on the sell side, a buy side of our bands here. 50 split. I said not much really going on in currency. Today's a day to just be patient. Don't take unnecessary trades that you don't need to. You don't have to force the issue today. There'll be plenty of pips to take care of. There's some action over here. Okay, let's go to our weekly side, see what's up. We caught our midpoint pivot, made a low. We'll mark that low. We are on the sell side, so we will revisit this low at some point if we do not break pivot. Our high for the day was just before our weekly pivot there. We're looking at first S target is set at S1 is set at 179.77, and pivot is set at 182.64. So we're caught between our low and pivot here. So I'll trade that accordingly. We do have a sell side bias, so be careful there. We'll check our JIT daily. Very nice move on the daily side. Here we go. Here's what happened. We came down to our midpoint, our 50. Not quite, wicked up. Challenge Friday's high, not really, but here's the high for the week daily. The low was made right on our band. What a coincidence, huh? Right on our band, we got that bounce. Okay, that's pound Aussie. Oh, did I need to say what week I am. This is for the week of June 8th to June 12th, covering the week of June 8th to June 12th. Okay. That's both of our charts together. So maybe a candle late on this, but there's some options there. Pound yen is going to be our last pair. We're going to keep this stream short so that because we did have long streams on the earlier session, just streaming a no commentary session where you just watch the market. That's mainly for me to rewatch later or whatever anyway. So give me a chance to study a moving market even on the weekends. I have charts that I can study, I can watch. Okay, we're on the buy side here on pound yen. We did get a pullback off our midpoint target. buy target at 139.30, and now we're currently sitting at near 138.16 area. See, I don't know if we're going to go all the way back to pivot, but we'll keep an eye between our midpoint and pivot here on our weekly side. Here's our weekly targets. Go over to our daily side, which should give us a lot of answers over there. Here we go. This is probably from a saved chart. Okay, here we go. We were traveling. We finally broke our mid right there. Trading down from the top of our containment zone. Really wild weekend all the way down to bottom side of our containment zone, and we're currently making lows. So that's, we're looking at pound yen, and that's my breakdown. Now I'm gonna pick one of these pairs to trade, but I'm gonna trade it off camera because I'm gonna keep, like I said, my plan was to keep this video extremely short. Okay, have a good day, have a good week. Make sure you guys have those targets I pointed out. If I didn't make it clear, drop me a note or make a comment and I will happily answer you. Thank you. Have a great day. This is signing out from Monday the 8th of June 2020. Have a great day, guys.